Well, good morning. We're probably about minus 15 right now. Thinking I might try and dig some of the phasers out. They haven't moved yet this year. So, get them uncovered, slam a battery in it, mix up some gas, and see if it'll fire up. So, this one is my baby. It's my Phazer. Phased and confused. I put a lot of work into this one. I've had it for I want to say about 4 years now, maybe 5. Rebuilt the motor. It's bored over. What is it? 30 over, I think. And quiet can, cold air intake, VMAX flat slide carbs, carbon tech reeds. All kinds of goodies, all kinds. Custom seat. My buddy Mark over in Norland did that one for me. My friend Kaylin, she does my decals for me. She did that one. This one here. Another one that's on my fridge, and actually she did the A in Performance badge there too. Bunch of stuffs. Yeah, this one I'm still fighting the clutching. I got to get it dialed in properly. I've done all kinds of engine mods and I've been fighting my jetting, but I think the clutching is fighting back against fooling me that it's jetting issues. I did too much at once. Changed the carbs, did the cold air intake, did the exhaust, did the reeds, did all kinds of stuff, and then tried to catch up with jetting and figuring out where it was going to land, and it's just has never really been dialed in properly. Maybe I'm chasing another issue, but I'm gonna start into my clutching here this year, see what I can get done. Yeah, so I'm gonna go mix up some fuel, get the wood stove lit in the shop, see if I can't get this thing to bark off. She's chilly this morning. We got this one fired up. It's friggin' little 380 ski poo. They just run. This silly thing. Does anybody else have this problem? What's in here? Yeah, of course. The first time you dig them out for the season, you gotta clean up all the mess you made the season before. Wonder what's in my Phazer. Oh yeah. Obviously we ride private property. This one. Oh, I don't even really have a trunk. Oh. Yep. Every one of them. Yeehaw. Well, shop's starting to get warmed up. Mixed up a bit of fuel, which is a damn shame because I didn't have any clots. That's the first time I've ever put anything but clots into the Phazer. But it's all I had. Ski-Doo oil. So now I'm gonna get the battery out. Ugh. Get it on charge. Find my little charger. And then I'll probably take the big battery out to hook up to it for now because gonna crank a bit to pull fuel. I'll get that on it and give her a whirl over. There's me little charger. Yeah, come on, get warm. It is freezing out there. It's the first day we've had that's sun's up and it's still hanging at -15, so feels a lot colder than it is. So I'm in actual winter gear. All right, let's just hope that tripod don't fall off of there. Got the battery hooked up. Gonna pull the plugs out. I see so many people that gas these things up, turn the choke on or hit the primer and just hope for the best. Well, you're gonna pull your guts out or wreck your starter, cranking it over a million times until it gets the prime all the way through the fuel line. Pull your plugs out, do it the easy way. It'll crank over easier, and then you can put a little squirt of fuel down there, fire the thing up for, it'll only run for a second off the fuel that's in there, but it helps it prime the system a lot easier, and you're lubricating your cylinders, not just running them dry where they might have God knows what built up on them from over the summer. If you don't fog your machines, don't do what I do. You're supposed to fog them. I just make sure I throw a little bit of transmission fluid in there before I park them. Alright, see if she'll even crank over. Starter's unhappy. Starter's a pain to get to on these Phazers. It's way up underneath. That sounds like it's clicking at the solenoid. Maybe I got the bad solenoid. It's just sitting there going. I don't know if you can hear it, but whatever. We'll use the arms. Slam some plugs in her, see if it'll bark. If it does, I got a little fresh gas here, but much prefer electric start. Because I'm just terrible with recoils. Everything I own, I pull the friggin' rope right out of it. Alright, Yamaha, do Yamaha shit. Repeat process. pig. Try her again, but she should be starting to pull fuel now. At least it'll be starting to fill the bowls up. I've been saying for a while I wanted to add a primer to this sled. I just never got around to it. But it makes things a lot easier. Starter, work with me here. One small problem that I forgot. I lost a bolt out of there last year. So that ski's a little flippy floppy. So I better not really get into it. But sounds like it's running okay. Bring her in, slam a bolt in that, do some cleaning. This one should be ready to go. I love this little thing. It just weighs nothing, but it's so rowdy. Whatever. Stupid starter. Alright, well there's one of the phasers ready to rock. I'm getting warmed up by the wood stove because, you know, can't feel the old mittens. It sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty rowdy so far. A little cross-eyed though. I completely forgot we lost that bolt. And I did just tell my son that the other day. He was asking if he could dig the phaser out. I said, yeah, sure, but you got to put a bolt in that ski first. You don't want to drive it when it'll go cross-eyed on you. She might flip on the road. And then I went and did it myself. Dad brain or something, I don't know. But she's out now. I'll get some stuff wiggled around in here in the shop. He was wanting to rebuild this one this year. But I don't know, he said he lost interest. He wanted to ride the formula. Well, you don't wrench, you don't ride. He's going to be working on something. So he can fix my phaser up for me. Then he can ride the formula. But that frees up some space in here. I can get this bone bag of a phaser out of here. Got some space to put that in, or put my good phaser in. This thing, doesn't need a hell of a lot. I'm doing a clutch service and everything on it. I got the secondary torn off already. Primary, I don't have a puller for this one. So I'm gonna go over to a buddy's place and borrow a puller off of him, probably tonight or tomorrow night or something. Then I'm gonna throw all that in the deep fryer. over there, because that thing just works wonders on cleaning aluminum off and stuff like that. So you get them stripped right down, check all the springs and so on, because I've got it really wants to burn the belt all the time. So I don't know if the secondary's sticking or what's going on. I gotta dig into it still. But pull that all apart, get the cat out. Needs a rear bumper and some other little stuff. Man, frost is all melting out of my beard now. And then I'm gonna go out right now, I think, and get into that Phazer 2, see if it'll fire off. It was struggling real bad. I think it needed a carb clean at the end of the season last year. I never had an inline fuel filter in it. That thing had sat under a barn for 15 years or something like that. And I thought I took the tank off and flushed it, but there's something keeps working its way into the carbs, so I clearly did not flush it well enough. So I'm going to put an inline fuel filter on it in the meantime and see if it's catching anything. If not, well, I don't know what's going on with it. Broke. All right, here's the next one. So I robbed the battery out of the other one. Starter ain't working in it anyway. Frozen, like everything else. See if the battery wants to work for this one. Wrong. Clearly this cover's toast. Sit. You weren't around that way, were you? Where are you? Nothing. Check our fuel. Bone dry. This one actually has the oil, but I'm still going to put 2 smoke in it first. Mixed gas. At least get it to fire. Then I'll put straight gas in it. Might need more. I don't know if that's even going to make it to the pickup tube.
thing's got lots of grass growing up through it. Wow, they look awfully fouled. I should go find some straight gas. Running 50-to-1 in it. If the oil injection starts to kick in and work, it's not going to be happy. I have way too much oil. Huh. I wonder if it's that battery. It was reading good on the charger. Oh. Uh-oh. That's no good. Why is it super seized? Bummer. Let's try and just rock it on the clutch a bit, maybe. I gotta go get some stuff, pull this guy off, because this isn't just one of the spinny plastic ones that you usually have on the side, so you can get the side panel off and get this clutch cover off. Then I'll do that, and I'll try to rock it a bit by the clutch. See why it's froze up. That's weird. I wonder what's going on there. I know I drove it in here. Alright, I got myself a 10 mil and pulled that side panel off. And I'm just going to stick the ratchet in the clutch. You don't want a whole lot of pressure there. Something might just be frozen. So it might just be a case of dragging in the shop, let it thaw out. Oh, actually, okay, that wasn't bad at all. It's rotating. Strange, yes. Terrible, no. That battery must be toast. Oh well, should pull over with the coil now. Set the choke to kill. Put a little live juice down it. What do you think? First pull? Always. This one definitely still has clocks in it. So she's gonna smell pretty when it starts. Let's see what you got. Right on. All right. I'm gonna go steal some more fuel because I believe it is below the pickup. So I'm gonna go grab some more gas, load some into this sucker, and then at least it's starting to pull fuel as I'm firing it over like that. Alrighty. Can't feel my fingers, so they ain't working. Little bit of fuel. Cram some more down here. Alrighty. Round two. Oh, come on. Still no starter? Alright, here again. Now hopefully I cranked it over enough times just there that I've got fuel getting pretty close. Starting to fill the bowls. I hope. But I'm also really curious why the starter ain't working, so I'm thinking I'll hit this one more time, and if she don't go, I'm gonna go grab my booster pack and see if it's just this battery.
carb clean. Hopefully it's not crank seals. PSI pipe. This one is the A & quiet can. Sound of that one, but I did a comparison video, and the PSI, I don't know, it's a different tone and it's a little bit louder. Can't wait. Alrighty, we'll get the Phazer and bring her in. Smoke the whole place right out. Might be cold, but what a beautiful day. Lots of sunshine. So that's what's missing. One bolt through there. I don't know if it snapped or if it just rattled its way out, but I was driving down like my buddy's driveway, all hard packed snow, and I was, you know, clipping along pretty good. That one ski just went and friggin' near rolled me because I was leaning to that side. But I pulled it back straight, drove her back to the truck. It was, you know, maybe 2 hours left in the ride before I was putting it away for the season. So I just drove it off the trailer, drove it in the backyard and said, bye, that's next year Calvin's problem. Now I am next year Calvin. Love these old things. I actually got offered a 1983 VMAX the other day. Now, I'm not sure what's going to come of it. It's only some Facebook messages so far. The guy looked me up and said, hey, heard you're into these old things. I got it. What would you offer for it? So we're still just chatting about it right now. Don't know what exactly will come of it, but I'll definitely be getting some video when I get that sucker. I'll keep you posted. Go away, wind. You're freezing out my shop. shut that pneumonia hole. Wood heat, nothing better. All right, that's what I'm gonna call it for this one. They're running, they're out. Tell me what you want to see. You know, I'm just starting this channel, kind of building up. It's all gonna be all about sledding, ATVing, wrenching, fun stuff like that, shop talk, how-tos and whatnots, terrible how-tos. You might not want to follow my advice. I do a lot of stuff the wrong way because I'm still learning. Tell me what you want to see. What do you want to see more of? You want to see more of the cat? Do you want to see clutch services and, you know, all your yearly maintenance? You want to see more phasers? You want to see your yearly maintenance and upgrades? Should I put together a video of you know, all the custom stuff I've done to it so far and the build? I'm just starting out here, so I want to get some feedback. Tell me down below what it is you want to see more of. Yep, hold them down close, suck up all those pine needles. There you go. Keep going till they're all gone.
Too loud.
It's not that loud. We can hear each other talking. All right, I got ahead of myself again. Wasn't recording. I brought this one in, got it waxed and cleaned up on the outside here. Well, it was, you know, drip drying. Hit her with the SC1. This stuff is amazing. I'd buy 1,000 cases of this stuff. It just, when your plastics turn to gray and gross, this just brings them right back. That's fresh spray. It'll soak in. So then I've got a bogging in the carb. So I'm going to pull the carbs off, clean these suckers up. There are 2 10 mils up here. See? Right there. Look. And then you loosen your clamps off the carb, back this sucker out. It's a bit of a fight, but it's so much easier with the secondary clutch off. Pull one bolt, pull your belt off, drop this side panel off. Back that secondary out, and you can just push that back off of the rubbers there, and it'll walk right out over here. Then you loosen your 2 Phillips on the carbs. Huh. You know, like that. I didn't do that. I wonder if that's maybe where I'm getting an air leak. Dang. Oh well, I'm here now. I might as well clean the carbs. Pull these chokes out. 12 mil, 2 Phillips, 2 Phillips. Get those guys out of there and then yank your carb out. I'm gonna huck it in the deep fryer. So after you get all them screws and stuff out of there, there's another mixed snorkelator over here. See this big plastic guy? This wraps around your steering post. You can see it down here. So you gotta take this guy off. Tight spot and a pain in the butt, but get him out of there because it wraps around your steering post and you won't be able to get the air box right around it. There. Mixed snorkelator gone, and then you just wiggle it off of the rubber boots, which I'm halfway through, and then pull that air box right out this side. Alright, so we got the air box out.
Yeah. Got the air box out?
I got my little helper over here with me now. Had to go grab her from school.
Yeah.
So, it's a 12 mil to get your chokes out. These guys. You trying to get into the camera, honey? Alright, chokes are out. I've loosened these clamps. Well, I mean, I loosened one of them. The other one was kind of hard to loose. Alright, now we need a 10 mil to take these guys. Those are your throttle and your oil line.
Okay, and last, what are we gonna do with?
With what, honey? What are you trying to tell me here?
Oh, why is it so greasy down there?
Oh, that's because when you're lifting it, it needs to be lubricated.
Lubricated?
Yeah, so I greased up on the shaft of it, and then as I lift and lower the snowmobiles, it keeps that shaft lubricated so it moves easily.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is this yours?
What, this sled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't remember this one?
no. I don't remember it.
You're probably ready to drive it this year.
Yeah, probably.
Don't spin that. You're moving my camera all over. Thank you. Alright, so these guys drop out the side.
There's a latch, so it can like latch on. And there's two latches, so it can latch on.
The hood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider. Green spider.
Yeah, we found lots of those last night when Dustin and I were doing all the stuff on his sled. There were spiders everywhere.
Everywhere on his.
Everywhere. Arachnophobia. Okay, these fuel lines. I don't know what brand these are, but I got these things from CarQuest. Man, they bite.
What?
Like, there's no clamp on. Oh, there was a clamp on that, but
Well,
they bite in there so hard. You almost don't need a clamp most of the time on these ones.
I just want to smack that one.
At a spider?
Yeah, I just want to
Did you
smack
get them?
I just want to smack it with something.
Well, find something to smack it with. Kill it!
What?
Kill it!
Hey. Why?
These little clamps are my favorite. What do you mean why? Because I don't want spiders all over my shop. There.
Hammer?
Sure, yeah, hammer.
What if it runs away?
Then you chase it. Don't let them get away. Don't give up.
I want
Okay.
you.
There's our carbs.
I just want you to do it.
There's a little bit of stuff in there, but nothing crazy.
I just want you to smash it.
We'll pull the...
Can you just smash it?
Yes, I will smash the spider, honey. We'll pull the bowls off the carb and go throw it in the deep fryer and see what was in the jets. Don't you hit my hood with that hammer.
I just want to get it off there.
Yeah? Well, I shouldn't have told you that. I wasn't paying attention. No, don't hit the hood with a hammer. Use fly swatter or something.
I can't find my
Alright, here we are, carbonator bench. Phillips to get this guy.
hand mill to take your bowls off. And these phasers, your main jet is right here. Your big jet. That looks pretty clean. Gotta pop them out to know for sure, but there's a little bit of guck floating around in there. Float pins, floats, needle. Float pin, floats, needle. So the phasers, this is a huge problem with these things, is these little rubber nubbins. These things get super brittle. These ones are brand new last year, but they're getting harder to come by. Our local to me-ish Yamaha dealer is an hour and change drive, and I bought every one of them that they had last time I was down there. I think he only had 7, which is strange. Somebody out there apparently felt they only needed 1. I think they were like 20 bucks a piece or something ridiculous. 14, I don't remember now. But they're expensive too. Check our jets out. That one looks okay. That one looks okay. Well, we're gonna toss her in like that for now. And then I'm going to clean the high jets and stuff like that. And low jets, I'll file them out. But I'm going to turn this on, so I'm going to turn you off. Alright, jets have been filed. I run these doodads through them. Them all cleaned out. Take a gander in there. Make sure you got no goop built up. Alright, so now hold our carb out of the deep fryer for a second. What I'm going to do is pop our jets back in. Now, I don't know if I showed when I was taking it apart, but the farthest hole over here towards the fuel filler, that's where your jets go into. a cycle or two. So I'm fairly certain that the passageways for the jets are cleaned right out. And now I'm just going to run it through with the jets in it, so that any of the stuff, the filings and whatnot that, you know, might have come out with my little blue file there, they get cleaned out of the jet itself as well. Alright, let's run it one more time. Bowls don't have much in them. Little bit of grit in the bottom, which is bad, but not showstopper. Alright, well, them carbs are soaking for their final. Yep, I'm going to put myself a fuel filter in line here, because, you know, I feel like it's just crap that's coming out of the tank that's getting into it. So we'll throw one of these chickadee China lawnmower filters in it and see if that helps at all. Go. He's in there. I don't think it can hit anything. Oh, should be good. Alright, now check out all them oil lines. They all look good though. Nice and soft. The pulse line, it's a good thick rubber line, so I don't think I'd be too worried about that. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. Let's go get them carbs and throw them back together. Toasty. I love this carb cleaner. This thing is absolutely cheating. The amount of hours I've got sitting, scrubbing and filing and brake clean, and wow, the amount of brake clean money I've spent on brake clean over the years, cleaning carburetors, or, you know, gum out or whatever you want to use. I could have bought 10 of these things. This solution here you just get on Amazon. I think it's 25 bucks, and you mix it 50 to 1, and your carbs come out looking amazing. I think it's a money saver big time if you're doing any amount of carburetors, that is. And you know, we got ethanol in our fuels nowadays, all fuel, even high test, you know, so all carburetors are going to be getting gummed up. If anybody knows a solution to that, you know, some sort of stabilizer that actually works, because I've tried a whole whack of them and I haven't found anything that fights that ethanol yet. Somebody let me know. You know, or how do you store your stuff? Do you drain all the fuel out of it? Because usually I'll just pinch a fuel line off and run them dry. I find that helps a lot, but you still
throughout the year, if it sits for too long, you know, say your weed whacker or whatever, if anything sits for too long, it gets gummed up. You're cleaning carburetors. And if that's the case, well, you might as well buy one of these things. Alright, so let's throw this back together. Is there any air in the compressor? Yeah, a wee bit. All the water back out of it. Most of the water. Okay, so your silly little rubber nubbins. One goes in the center. And one goes towards your fuel inlet. And the little Pac-Man out of the top there goes towards the stem. Make sure they're down good and tight. They can be a little finicky. There they be. You drop your needles back in. Check the ends. Make sure there's no scoring or schmag built up on there. Pop down in there. Fire. Float. It looks pretty good. Now, hopefully this sucker, with any luck, the inline filter will catch anything else from coming into here. And we know these carbs are spotless now. So if I fire it up and it's still got that lean bog, well, we're either A, out of adjustment somewhere, which that shouldn't be the case because it was running fine when I first brought it out of the shop last winter. It wasn't until the end of the year. So maybe we start looking into weak spark or you know, something along those lines. Yeah, she looks pretty darn good. So let's run that back over the machine. Man, this place is a wreck. We get into Dustin's machine last night. We got stopped because we needed fuel line and oil lines. The cat it's got the Secondary clutch is out on the bench over there. I'm gonna tear it apart, throw it in the deep fryer. This thing is in for a track. It's a massacre in here. Gets a little busy. Alright, so first step, we're gonna put our fuel lines back on. I'm gonna go and get some needle nose so that I can work that silly little clamp up there. Oh. Hmm? Duh. Ooh, that one clamp went right on its own. Oh, wait. Do this where it's easier. Throw our cable. Feels pretty good. Okay. Now, there's the oil cable. Alright. Of course I lost the 10 now. Put our chokes back on once it's in there. She's in and seated. Oh dear. That's no good. See that? Big mistake. There is supposed to be brass and a spring on there. Like this one. Somehow it has divorced me. I've had that happen before, and they fall into the belly pan directly under the engine, and they are a bugger to get back, because that's brass that don't even stick to a magnet. Please stand by. I'm gonna go get a flashlight. All right, I got very lucky this time. There they are, right there. Like, that's some serious luck. They landed right on either side of the tube. They would have let it into the motor. Danger! I'm going to plug that hole before I even try to get them out of there, because my luck is pretty good right now that they're landed right here on top. But that can turn in an instant, and they'll drop in there, and I'm looking at an engine rebuild, or pulling the top end off, I should say. Alright, so now usually when I pull these things out, I flip the choke lever up, and you'll see when I push it down, it loosens off. Pull the choke lever up, it tightens them, right? So normally, which the way I had it, I tighten that choke as soon as I take these off. Because I've lost them many times before, and learned that if you set that choke on, they usually won't fly away on you. Apparently today it wanted to go anyways. Maybe you just gotta set it, you know, all the way. I guess I had it half choked. Anyhow, don't do it. Brass is a pain to find. Thread them suckers back into there. Once you get them in and tight, you can do your clamps here. Is that my 12? Where's my 12? Here. That's the guy. Un. Duh. What are you looking at me for? Keep your eyes on what we're doing, okay? Focus. One down. Two down. And you put your super boost bottle back on. Sometimes they can be a little finicky too. Alrighty. Boost bottle will be there. Now we can get rid of these fuel line clamps. Ta-da.
And now the real fight begins. Getting those boots back on and the airbox. And we're pretty much test drive.